I just need a minute to find out what I'm feeling, 'cause I'm about to go nuts, and I love what I feel. Something's in the air, I can feel it everywhere. Every color seems to bloom, and there's light in every room. Now that you're looking up, I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough. But now the sun is rising, and we're new people. Let's be new people. There's summer. Don't let me down, down, down. Don't let me down, down, down. I wanna be up, 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 so high. 'Cause I've been down, down, down. I've been down, so down, and now I'm done. I'm aiming for the sky. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm aiming for the sky. Everyone got stories, so let's start listening. Let the rain wash away the tears that keeps
Welcome everybody to EMUC, the European Masters Ultimate Championships bronze medal action between the Czech Republic and France. And they were so keen to get going that they didn't even wait for the opening whistle. Benji Rees alongside Charlotte Terrasson. How you doing?
Doing great. A bit stressed. We are starting earlier than we thought. Indeed, as you said, they must be eager to get this bronze medal around their neck. Agreed to start earlier because both teams apparently were ready.
Fair enough. I just wish we had a little bit more advance warning. It was a clean hold for the Czech Republic, so they've taken a 1-0 lead. Benji Rees, Charlotte Terrasson, you saw us there.
So already one score, indeed, that we unfortunately missed. But we're gonna cover the rest of it. No worries about that. Let's have this look how it went.
And we did get it on the replay. Holitsky to Michal Peška to make it 1-0 to the Czech Republic. These two sides have already played each other this week in their opening game of the tournament there. The Czechs won 15-11 over France, and obviously France will be hoping for a measure of revenge because, as they know all too well, unfortunately, it is tough to beat the same team twice. Having beaten Great Britain in the pool play stage on Universe, we saw them go down to a slightly heartbreaking 15-6 defeat in their semi-final, which placed them in this bronze medal match. For the Czech Republic, it was a 15-12 loss to Denmark.
Yeah, so let's see how France is going to manage this one and go straight deep.
And they're going to get it just shy of the end zone. Frank looking around, trying to find an option, and lays one through to Christophe Lucia Deschangeur. And that is a clean hold for France as well. Offense on top early. It's one apiece.
And here is the first offensive point of France, singing some Italian song, I guess inspired by the location. I got big Italian eyes looking at me, asking what is going on. Lasciateli cantare, per favore. Lo chiedono. No, nice vibe on the pitch. Both teams happy to be here for their last game of this championship. It is the moment to give it all and enjoy this end of the season, this end of championship, and possibly with a medal around the neck.
Yeah, going home in fourth place is in many ways the worst position because you've got so close to coming home with something in your pocket and you end up leaving empty. It is a real heartbreaker. So here's Stepan Materna. Koteshevets. Goes back is Vesely. Looking downfield. Slashing to the sideline, Kubek. And now just showing overheads but not going for them just yet is Peška. Peška trying to feather one down the line, leading just shy of the end zone. Can they force it in? They thought about it, but Medek is going to go backwards instead. Swung around. Vesely sees that break side open up in front of him, and he slid to the floor, and the disc slid out of his grasp. Not to be for Marek Holitsky.
I'm actually pretty surprised of the denied throws on the break side. I saw several players extend their arms asking for this pass in the break side while the disc was on the opposite side of the pitch. And I expected this throw to be thrown. I mean, we've seen this category throw a lot of fancy, spicy throws, and I guess they have the toolbox for that. Interesting choices. Maybe Tarnas for decision making a bit slower now than earlier in the championship.
So France with the first break chance of the game after that unfortunate end zone drop for the Czech Republic. Lopez. See a few of the players opting for trainers rather than cleats with the dry, dusty turf here in Bologna. France trying to calmly work it down the field. In the hands of Wagentrutz. Now Piguel. Still count rising, just a little pop back to Lopez. Lopez to Pouget, and now around to Veillard.
Indeed, an early break, only at the 3rd point. Already a break for France, who really took advantage of this turnover, didn't let that breaking opportunity, how do you say, slide through their fingers, and just converted that one with such efficiency, moving the disc everywhere, finding the spaces. That something that they were struggling in this previous game against GB, but here they make it move so smoothly until the score is done, and 2-1.
That is exactly the sort of start that France would have wanted. If you look back at the previous game between these two sides, they traded for the first 9 points, and then the Czechs slowly but surely pulled away from their opponents. France obviously keen not to let them get too far in front now. The number 10, Stepan Materna.
What a run from František Fencil. He really gave all gas he had here. This beautiful run, chase for the disc, deep shot, just in front of the end zone, one step away of the end zone. I was even wondering if he would go for that big jump. I think he made the right decision of just focusing on catching the last pass. We'll see later, and indeed, he had the assist. Little pass, this few millimeters missing. And Czech got a second score, 2 tied.
Have a look at it again there, just the speed. Doesn't matter that he's wearing that knee support, obviously, still got it.
He was actually half wearing it, it was too low. Maybe the speed of his leg just removed it.
Maybe. Dead large with the score.
Great reaction by the Czech Republic for this break to catch up the one they got scored on. And really attacked quickly. They were close to their own end zone and didn't wait a second. French defense struggled a little bit to follow. And Czech Republic took advantage of that, managing to find the spaces to get free and break. Second break of the game.
Both of these sides are good enough that if you give them short fields, they will punish you.
Wait, what's going on with the scores? And that was a break for... No, that was...
It was a it
break for Czech Republic.
it was a break for the Czechs.
Yeah. Ma hanno fatto il break adesso, Czech. Sì, ma non è segnato. Sono il 3-3, sono 3-2. No, it's on the internet. He has 3-3. But it's 3-2.
Over the top and out of the hands of Frank. Another break dance with Stecker. Utilizing breakside flow heading. Oh, he set himself for the bid and it came in and out of his hand. Maybe just with the dust kicking up, he just couldn't quite pinpoint it. Second chance this point for France. It's the first point of the game where both sides have turned it over. Cogello. Now Bodero. Swinging around Guinaudot. Going all the way across the field. Really struggling to create any downfield separation here. Stall count got to be getting dangerously high. And it is the stall out.
Oh, so right. And Czech Republic again, a second chance for the break and in front of the end zone. So close to get that second break. One pass away. Technically, you're always one pass away of a break.
But that really is one pass away as the French defense leaves that seam and it is exploited into the hands of Pavel Urban. A 4-2 Czech lead now.
Urban found that gap to defender on each side. He found the hole for that one pass break as we were talking about. And Czech Republic dictating the pace of this game so far for now. After France started to have a little bit of advantage, the Czech imposed themselves. 2 breaks, 3 points in a row.
Yeah, obviously sometimes going down an early break, your heads drop, especially because the French D-line was so patient with it. But no, they weren't phased. Put the hold in quickly, and now 2 more breaks on the bounce is giving them a little breathing room. Game still very much in the balance, though. Still less than 15 minutes into this game. It's going at a decent clip. Another pull that France will field from comfortably within their end zone. And that one, oh, it just came so strangely out of the hand of Simonin.
What is happening?
Fensel has the big head-banded figure of Materna. Oh, that was not it. Went for the high release and did not get it right. Couple of throwing errors, one from each side. Stecker is still on the floor.
He's just...
I think it was tipped on the mark.
I think he's just tying his shoes. What? Yeah, he was just tying his shoelaces.
It's good. Well, he's fine, and that's the important thing. And France just going to say, well, we're going to take the time out.
I think it's a good choice for France, who has been doing some focusing mistakes, I'd say. So let's take a deep breath and see what is next move.
So 4-2 Czech Republic leading early in this Grandmasters bronze medal match.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab! Oh my God! Somehow they do it!
(4-2) the Czech Republic over France here in the opening exchanges of this Open Grand Masters bronze medal match here at the European Masters Ultimate Championships, live from Bologna. Benjiris and Charlotte Terrasson. Charlotte, if you're France, what are you saying in that timeout here? What play are you drawing up?
I don't know their playbook, so just any play they're comfortable with, that they're used to use together and secure. Because for now, they've been playing well, but physically, but mentally, I think maybe the tiredness, exhaustion of the weekend is starting to get real here. And in their decision making or even like communication, it seems to be a bit rushed, a bit unsecure. So I just go with the basics, with what they know to do.
Past the bidding defender, you could hear him, the exhale of breath as he landed. French trying to move the disc a bit quicker, prevent themselves from getting bogged down. They have been stalled out once already. The last thing they need is a repeat of that. Squeezing it through to the break side to Pouget. Now Candelier. Wagentrutz. This offense certainly looking more clean and rhythmical from the French. There's the reset available, takes it Simona. Simona with the inside forehand. That is delicious as it finds the target, Camus, to make it 3-4. Taking the timeout for the French was 100% the correct decision.
Oh, it was, and the game the French team is giving us here is completely different of what they showed against GB. They have a much cleaner game, much cleaner offense, with so much space, using the space wisely, opening the spaces and moving the disc around everywhere on the pitch instead of getting stuck on one side. I think this is much better. Like we said, back to basics. Swing it, move it. Don't stay too static.
I think the fact that they just never really got bogged down and they kept things moving once they finally got that first pass off, which is always difficult to do off the timeout, of course, because no one can move until it's checked in. Things certainly seemed a lot more fluid and fluent for the French. The gainer underneath to Kubek. Now Holitsky. Peshka. To Medek. Continuing. Vesely.
Mathieu.
There will be a pick to stop things.
Call, yeah. Cheon call, as I was about to say. There is a call in the stack stopping the intensity, how would you call this in English? When the atmosphere is getting
Yeah, the intensity is good, yeah.
We hear voices getting louder on the sideline, on the pitch as well.
Vesely will eventually get it back in his possession. Well, I mean, he still has it, but eventually it'll be checked back in. Vesely central. Just beyond the brick mark now. Forced to place the small ball style offense here. Vesely. Doesn't like the reset. The spacing's a little bit cluttered, but they clear the space for the up line, and it's hopped, skipped, and jumped into the end zone by Petr Koteshevets.
Nice and easy offense from the Czech. 9 passes to cross the field. It's good average, I'd say. Nothing special to say on efficient, made it work. Have a replay on that last point from Czech Republic. Good patience, looking for the right option. Even with the stall rising, trusting his teammates. And here come Kotešovec for the upline and score.
France 3, Czech 5. Just over 20 minutes gone, 85 minutes the game's here. At which point the score cap comes on with the hard score cap, of course, at 15, as we are so accustomed to.
These are pretty small rosters, actually. I just realized the Czech Republic have only 18 players on their roster. When you know that you have to play high-level games for several days, it's good to have a bit more than just 2 lines and 2 subs per line.
I'll be honest, I think 18's 11 too many. Just rocket Iron Man all weekend.
Savage.
Old school.
Just play Savage all week long.
Maybe not. Veillard.
Oh.
Veillard, oh my word. You could tell he wanted that all the way, and everyone's standing around like there was some sort of stoppage. I don't know what effect that had.
Well, I think the pick happened way before the throw.
Would explain why there wasn't a huge amount going on downfield.
Everything's clear now. I was a lonely player in the deep space. Well, but also suspiciously walking while the disc is released. Like, I was really surprised, wondering what is going on in his mind.
Why is he not finishing that cut?
Yeah.
Veillard. Another stoppage here. Reminder that, you know, you don't have to stay in exactly the same position off the stoppage. If it's clear that doing so would cause a pick on the reduction, you are allowed to change that slightly to help prevent picks occurring once the disc is checked back in.
Yeah, the two French players are very close to each other.
Back in play. No, we're not.
Well,
the game becomes so stop-start, and both sides, I think, just lose a little bit of momentum. Through the inside window to Wagentrutz. Forget. Dished through to Veillard. Veillard to the end zone. No, not quite, but just a step away. Pouget. Going backwards. Piguel. Piguel down the line.
whoa.
And you could see him just stop those feet before securing the snag. Félix Garnier.
Really good effort from Garnier to stay in bounds. Really focusing on keeping this fit. Even if afterwards he jumped, he doesn't care. As long as the moment he gets control of that disc, his feet are all in bounds. Everything's fine. And it was the case. A goal for France. 4-5, still a bit behind after the double break from the Czech Republic. But scoring offenses is the first step to come back.
And again, we've still got a lot of game left.
Have that another look on that Garnier's layout. Nice control of the body.
Pool fielded by Vesely. Kubek comes underneath and goes back to Vesely. Vesely trying to get a huge chunk of yards there and does so to Andrzej Novak, who's putting it towards the end zone and through the end zone as well.
That was so beautiful, that motion, but just a bit too far in the excitement, in the rush.
I'm with you. I think it was a good choice. You know, they had everything clicking and it was fluid, but as you say, maybe just didn't quite account for how shallow that end zone was. Now down the line. Trying to get it across into the center of the pitch to Bodero. Good communication there. Foucault. And now Soukier. Oh, the scuba over the top was a difficult reception. How on earth did he keep that up?
What a grab!
What I loved is that the Czech players just kept playing defense like, oh yeah, this is up, we don't even need to debate it. Monsieur de Chongur.
I'm already looking forward for the replay on this catch.
Yep.
Oh my.
Don't worry, we'll get it for you in a bit. Jan Gunnodor goes back into the backfield. And now a little leader for Bodero, and after he saved the scuba, it feels cruel for the French possession to end with just a simple overthrow. And here is the aforementioned scuba save.
God!
Those hands from Johan Foucault.
That grab. This needs to be a reel.
Kubek
For Quebec.
turns,
Sorry.
isolates Vesely. Vesely continues. Holitsky. Holitsky again plowing through the backhand inside channel. Now spreading it across into the end zone. The Czechs re-establish that 2-point advantage.
What a point. I mean, that catch, I am still thinking
a bit
about that
speechless.
one. I mean, yeah, very good point by Czech Republic. They moved that this smoothly, getting to that end zone, clear passes. And I just keep thinking about the catch. That scuba save. Oh, wow.
But catches like that, as good, as great as they are, and it was exceptional. Let's not pretend that it wasn't. I think you'd much rather make a routine catch if it meant that you scored at the end.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that save that was not enough for France to get the break. And Czech Republic had a redemption, managed to score their hold. 6-4, still an advantage. 2 points away from the half.
The ball comes out from heading. Gonna land inbound and bounce to be fielded at that front cone. Simonin. Bigel underneath. Cutter takes off deep, Forget, and the throw goes to Forget. He's found himself behind the defense, and Forget streaks to the end zone and pulls it down with the outstretched left hand and points back to Bigel, because that, my friends, was a throw.
What a deep shot, and this time finding the receiver in the far backside of the end zone. Beautiful execution by France. Easy 3 passes goal. They get that hold efficiently. No time to lose. They want to go get the defense and try to have a break on their own to catch up on the Czech Republic, who is still leading this game.
Yeah, he has the think, and it's a cheeky one that he said beware, because he likes those offhand throws, and he sets a neutral pivot point, fakes the flick, and then says, actually, no, I'm going to pull the fast one and go pivot out for the lefty backhand, and he bombs it to Forget for the score. Always nice to have an ambidextrous thrower in your arsenal.
Let's see what France has prepared for the defense.
Well, they just about get away with that one.
Well, that
on
would
the
have
first
been
pass.
that would have been something.
Would have been incredibly dramatic. But they recover position, and now the Czechs try and get their offense rocking and rolling again. Kubek trying to leather it down the line. Oh, the defender is there, but bids too early. And the Czechs are there to gleefully collect the seconds. Michal Peszka with his second goal of the game.
So close, 2 times, so close to get that one. But I mean, if France continues to defend like that, they will definitely get their breaks. I mean, even if they don't get to put a hand on the disc and get a block, this pressure will surely force some turnovers, errors from the Czech. I mean, look at the first one and hear how close the defense was to get the block. It's good to see the intensity rising still, even though players must get tired. Last game of the championship, getting close to the second half soon.
I mean, this is, as you mentioned, it's the last game of the weekend for these sides. They can go and rest some slightly weary bones after this. So leave everything out there, because the last thing you want is to get into those semi-finals and somehow leave without a medal. Pool is going to land way, way out of bounds. And France will understandably take that from the brick mark with Hubert Veillard. In play, Piguel charges off deep immediately. Instead, the disc is underneath. Lopez to Wagentrutz. Wagentrutz looking, spreading to Piguel. Piguel, just a little bit of pop on that one, not a problem though for Veillard, who loves showing that flick grip. But still count rising now, heading, freelancing in the centre. They do take advantage of the poach eventually. Candelier. Back in the hands of Veillard. Veillard all the way across the pitch. Finds the target of Garnier. Garnier, can he get it off the line? Going with the high release. Comfortable enough for Veillard in the end. Veillard now has Wagentrutz, and Wagentrutz has the option across the end zone, and he links up with Garnier to pull them back within 1-6-7.
The poach got punished. The player was left all alone in the break side, and the name found Wagentrutz found him. Sorry, Wagentrutz found him and immediately shot for the goal with no defender to be seen. Let's have a replay on that one. Wagentrutz faking on the open side, no mark, and easily throw that one in the break side, and a goal for France.
So, France need to get a break here if they are to avoid being a breakdown at the interval. They will receive coming out of half, but a break here takes us to a Galaxy point.
Sun setting again on Bologna, as every day, of course, when I say again. But they're letting a beautiful light on the field. I like this effect. Really cool, like it's the end of the day. It's kind of an epic vibe, you know.
Yeah, we're not too far away from those floodlights coming on and the intensity and the atmosphere ramping up another notch or two as well.
Amazing to see. A lot of people coming to watch that game. Big sideline.
Quick flip to Vesely, and now Vesely to Andrzej Novak. Novak going with the high release, and he's able to feather that one over the defender. Koteshevets. He's got a short option here. Surely he takes it. He does. Medek. Back to Koteshevets. Has a little shake of the head, doesn't like what he sees, but does go for it. Maybe sells the defender there, and then it is finished with aplomb by the Czechs. They will have an 8-6 half-time lead in a half full of offensive quality.
Czech managed to keep their advantage until the half, 86, 2 points ahead. These are the 2 breaks they had. Again, against only 1 break for France. Only, I mean, this is already great, but just 1 more on the Czech side. So France will start on offense in the second half, as we have the replays on the actions of this first half.
Yeah, you see there the Czechs in their half-time huddle.
There are so many reasons to outfit your team in Force beyond just looking the part of a champion. Force offers professional design services with their dedicated graphics team. All apparel is produced in France. Force works with a local labour team and their raw materials are sourced in Europe. Force insists on transparency with no hidden fees and international express shipping. Look the part and play the part with Force Sportswear.
Wait. Isn't this for the other apparel? We've got like new stuff, right? Bring it, bring it in.
Feast your eyes on the new fan version of our iconic ulti.TV sweatshirts. Great fan gear available for you. Check out our new range of colors and insist on staying warm and looking fresh. Shipping is available after EUCF. Get your fan gear and be one of us.
The Grandmasters Open bronze medal match between France and the Czech Republic. Here is the story of that first half, as powered by our friends at Force. Those first half stats, just the 2 breaks for the Czechs after France got the first of the game. Both sides hitting on 50% of their break chances. The Czechs have just generated twice as many.
I mean, these are pretty good stats when you see like clean games. I mean, 4 clean holes for France out of 6 points, and 5 for Czech Republic out of 8 points. These are pretty good results. I mean, not a lot of turns, 5 and 4. This could also explain the low amount of break chance. No, this explains the low amount of break chances and breaks. So both teams playing pretty good on offense. Not a lot of chances to break, and some of them got converted, some not. And let's see if this second half will stay that clean with exhaustion arriving. I mean, so far both teams managed to keep a very good, entertaining game, and I'm sure that there's still a lot coming up in this second half.
Yeah, you can tell that we've not even had 40 minutes on the clock and we're already starting the second half. Tells you that the game has been played at a very upbeat tempo. For France, after a bit of a horror show in their previous game on stream, nice for them to kind of reaffirm to themselves how good they can be. Fensel pulls. Looking for the inside-out backhand, but it just never comes back in, and that is a... well, he's got the decision about whether or not he wants to brick it. I think it's only going to gain a couple of yards if he doesn't, so it'll be interesting to see what the choice is.
I'd rather go middle.
Yeah, the brick, I think, is the sensible option here.
And for 2 meters, not worth it. Better not get trapped. Here we go, second half.
Guinaudot. With Herring poaching at the back, it leaves the space in the center. It's a little bit behind Guinaudot, but he sticks it in that gloved right hand regardless. Bodero. Can he get it around the defender? He can. Oh. Shooting across the end zone. Just the shuttling back and forth did the damage. Kaba punches into Frank for the score. Clean hold to start the second half from France, 7-8.
good window. On the screen it makes sense for the choice, but as I was looking at the player on the field from our table angle with the shot and the players, there was absolutely no one as a receiver, and I got a bit surprised by this throw, which actually when we see on replay was the best choice. Look, seems like there's no one, and here comes out of nowhere Benjamin Franck for the goal. France got that hold, 8 passes, clean hold for France.
While I admire your pronunciation and making it sound very French, unfortunately, it is just Benjamin Franck. He's from Devon in the UK originally.
Oh
So
my!
while I love the little francophone flair,
I thought I had to adapt for a French name.
Frank is one of the co-owners of
So-
Force, alongside Cyril Kayla, who of course is representing the France Mixed Masters team, who will be in the final tomorrow. First time the Czechs are touching the disc in this second half. Across low, but comfortable enough for Vesely. Vesely with the stall rising, gets it down that far sideline when Novak has a look at his options. Vesely bounces back across to Koteshevets. The horizontal cut comes across the field, but it instead is Andrzej Novak. Handler clears up line and it frees the reset space for Medek. Taking the poached player, why not? France eventually going to come in, recover, but just as he's in place to get a still count on, the throw goes away. Vesely as the French sideline chanting for some defense. Holitsky in the red zone now. It's been a very patient, methodical possession for the team in blue. Doesn't like the up line cut, still count, got to be rising, got to get that off. What a devilish break across the field, and I think the pressure was telling there, and Kubek says, we've got the disc in a good position, nothing's going on downfield, let's have a TO.
I think this is a good call because they are really struggling to go through this French defense who's been doing amazing since the previous point, and just keep on going. So better find a good strategy, but beautiful throws to get out of trap situations, but cutters are struggling to get free in the open side.
Yeah, it feels like the French defense has cranked up a notch since the interval. Can they crank it up a notch further and break to bring us level? Well, we'll see if they can get the discs off the Czech Republic when we return.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ulti.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
France 7, Czech Republic 8, early in the second half of this Grand Masters Open bronze medal match. France with a clean hold. This is the first Czech point and first Czech possession of the half. But France really making things tough for them, and that's why they've called the timeout in, admittedly, a very good position to set something up. But the French stop the initial play. Eventually, Vesely gets it. Will he punch it in? Or will the French defense stiffen ever further? Back to Koteshevets. Doesn't see the break option he likes, powering his way underneath. The big body of the 11 shirt, Marek Holitsky. Holitsky to the end zone. Rolls it in front of Petr Koteshevets for his second goal of the game, and it took a while, but it is a clean hold for the Czech Republic. Their 2-point lead re-established at 9-7.
A couple of uplines were denied in front of this end zone, and I do believe that it was the only option doable right now for Czech Republic, given that defense. With a nice outside as this one was thrown to Marek Holitsky. I do believe that no other option was doable and that an early upline throw also would have worked. Now Marek Holitsky threw it to Koteshovec. So a goal for Holitsky, an assist for Holitsky and a goal for Koteshovec. Already his second one. Marek has 3 assists on his own for only 1 turnover.
Yeah, a lot of this Czech Republic side would have had gold medals from the European Masters Ultimate Club Championships last May in Wrocław in Poland, playing for the Silence version 4.0. Although I think probably leave out the decimal point there, that won a thrilling final against Zimmer to take home the gold medal. It's not going to be gold for them this time, but will they at least escape with that bronze? Sukier going across to Foucault, who maybe had the highlight of that first half with the 6th scuba save. Little elevated release there to Kaba. As the French staying patient with it at the moment, Foucault. Oh, a little jinking and jiving to get free there from Kaba. He's got space for the deep shot, and it was read nice and early there by Frank, who is a very good deep stretcher for France. Foucault's open in the end zone if they can find him, or they could go to the other side instead. And France seem like they are bang up for this after the interval. Guinaudot brings them back within 1.
Luckily, they managed to find Guinaudot because, oh my gosh, I got Gerosa and myself so frustrated and like stressed because Foucault was completely alone, open in the open side, right at the moment the thrower turned around and missed him. And we were trying to pull on him like
it was all part of the plan, Charlotte. It was all part of the plan.
Oh my God! But good for France. They managed, as I said, to find Yann Guinaudot for this big throw to the other side. Here we had another look at Benjamin Frank receiving the hug. Look at Foucault completely alone. No, we don't see him.
Don't worry, we saw him live.
But that was a really nice move, the dump and then reaction to swing that one and actually straight to the end zone. Good motion.
Both sides have, well, the pools have either been very good or pretty tragic. That was the former. Kubek. Back to Koteshevec in what is developing into a final of some quality as players from both sides strewn on the floor.
I mean, foul, but they're so far from each other on the ground.
Yeah, obviously they collided at such momentum that, yeah, it just took them far away from each other, but everyone dusts themselves down and good to go. Koteshevec. This is calm, patient from the Czechs, who you remember won the first game between these two sides, 15-11 in the pools. On the far sideline, trying to get it off. Oh, again, it's the filthy little inside break that does for the French. Novak. Turns, squares up, swings to Koteshevec. The continuation timing's not quite there, so they have to take it somewhat belatedly. Novak just gets a bit of a wiggle on, but does make it work. Now Koteshevec again, he's putting it deep. Is it going to be overshot? The bid was spectacular. But unfortunately for the Czech Republic, Kubek couldn't get there the second time they've overthrown him in the end zone. France will have the disc off the second half's first turnover and a chance to break to bring us back on serve.
What a look and what a beat. I mean, that throw came out of nowhere. We weren't expecting that really so quickly. But that was, to me, the right option. Just overthrown. Unfortunately overthrown. And what a beat from Jaromír Kubek to save that one. Oh, hugging for the timeout. I like that.
Yeah, I think France understands the enormitude of this chance. They would be level for the first time since early in the opening encounters of this game. Can they do it? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's here, live and free on ulti.TV.
Have you seen our VO streams? Do you know that VO cameras are built for more tactical team sport analysis? The inbuilt tracking technology allows you to see the game in finer detail. That's why teams are already using it, and ulti.TV and EUF are teaming up to help you join VO. Contact EUF administration to get more details.
France have the disc, a chance to break to bring this Grandmasters Open bronze medal match back level. Benji Rees and Charlotte Terrason. And I tell you what, this has been some game.
Indeed, a tight game, a bit of advantage for Czech Republic, who scored 2 breaks in the first half against only 1 break for France. However, now we're in a situation after this timeout that's been called by Pouget of France with the disc in hand for a break. So if they manage to cross the whole field, yes, these are the rules of the ultimates, cross the field and you score.
Neither side has been more than 1 break up all game, but they're getting a bit bogged down at the start. They do get the reset off to Piguel. And Piguel swings. He wants the disc back in his hands. Oh, it was bobbled. I think there was contact in the back there from Kubek.
Maybe this is the French tactic, but apparently they're giving a lot of space to handlers because the cutters are super far from the disc. You look at the last player, and he was standing, not cutting, as the game stopped. I think all of them are too far for a cut, but maybe this is a strategy, and they want to let the handlers
give them
move
space
the
to
disc.
clown around. It's all business at the moment, though. Faking, not getting the separation they want, just past the outstretched arm into VR. Now Lopez. Such sticky dump coverage, oh my word. That was really dicey. The French do just about get away with it. But the D-line is making hard work of it at the moment. You can see there the hand signal, get out of my space. Pouget, who called that timeout. Underneath, oh, it's a little bit behind, and the outstretched arm from Wagentrutz was not enough. Holitsky earns it back for the Czech Republic. A turnout in this bronze medal match.
Holitsky saw the opportunity and seized it. A disc a tiny bit too behind.
Vesely's so open in the center. He's got both sides to hit. In the end, he's just going to go backwards to Medek. Medek, that's not going to be in the end zone just yet, but can Koteshevets force it in? No, he knows that we'll just reset it. We'll just play through the phases. And that is an inside break to slice things through and then finish from Medek into the end zone, where the receiver, Michal Peška, with his 3rd goal, does put the Czechs 2 points up once more. Or does he? Because there has been a travel called on the field.
Oh, this goes back. That wasn't expected. Everyone was already on the field or leaving the field.
Maybe feeling that he was just moving that pivot foot in order to create the space and that little bit of separation to zing the inside shot through.
On a regular throw, I wouldn't mind so much, but on a break one,
Yeah, you feel that maybe it has gained you not a massive advantage, but enough of an advantage. Kubek. Again, they want to utilize the dump swing. Is the timing there? Maybe just not quite. Holitsky has the one-on-one in the end zone, hits the one-on-the-one in the end zone. Tomasz Vesely to make it 10-8, but there is a foul called and retracted. The Czechs do have the 2-point lead.
Our statman decided that it is a score. Well, it is a score. Retracted foul. They heard you.
Yeah, what Jarosa says goes. Yeah, Evan deciding that whatever contact there was didn't really affect the outcome of that. It is the 2-point lead. The first break chance of the second half was squandered.
Almost felt like a break, but actually this is a hold for Czech Republic. France had the chance for a break. Here we see how it got defended by Holitsky.
And again, just trying to utilize the dump swing. They get that space nice and clear. And a bit of contact there, and they're deciding, you know what? If the defender there called it on the force, then maybe he's not in a legal position really to call that.
Would you call that a bookhand as well? If you get the defense and the assist, not the goal, but the assist.
As someone who didn't score a lot of goals, yes.
I mean, is there another name for that?
Answers on the back of a postcard, please, or alternatively put them in the YouTube chat. We have specifically trained guinea pigs that do read everything. Nice high grab there by Monsieur Deschongor. Down the line to Bodero. Bodero opens it up. There's air underneath it. Oh, and a little bit of a collision there. There will probably be some sort of discussion going on. It ended up in the hands of Frank, who I'm pretty sure was not the target. Maggio was, but Herring, I think, saying that he was impeded as he tried to go up. I'd have to get a second look at it, because you're never really looking at the feet when people take off. Let's be honest, that's not where the frisbee is. It's there underneath it. Oof. I mean, he does lose his footing. What was it? Him? Was it the French receiver that caused him to lose his footing? I would have to look at it again, but. The players having a talk about it as the volunteers reminding them of the time limits to make sure that the game does not delay too long.
Yes, it is okay to disagree, but do it fast. That is why we have these rules in Ultimate of accepted or contested, so that you don't lose too much time on talking and finding a solution. Just contest it.
And the somewhat inevitable, it felt like in the end, contest will send the disc back. I fully expect Bordereau to not do that again. In any case, he did put too much air underneath it, and that created the potential opportunity for the block, for the foul.
So let's see now what solution they will find.
Everyone change places. Back where you are. Everyone gets a chance to check the breath as it's checked back in by Stecker. Doing a good job and forcing a lot of yards to be lost on the reset. Now the give-go down the line again. A bit of air underneath it. Caught well on the second attempt. There's a pick downfield. Not sure whether it affected the throw up the line.
Another call. Maybe people are getting tired and just rushing into each other, or the stack too close. I mean, they seem pretty spaced. Like, France has been using space so much better than the previous game. What would you do, Benji, as Czech right now?
Just stay calm. You are forcing pressure. You are forcing tough throws. But that one was not so tough in the end as they go down the line to Maggio, who will get his goal. 9-10.
Actually, that question I wanted to ask was reversed. I wanted to ask you actually, not as Czech, but as French. What would you do for the defense?
Well, for this point now.
Yeah, it was badly timed, but what would you do? Because now they need a break. They definitely need a break. But Czech Republic was just like so far unstoppable.
I know they got the turn on the last point, but I'd switch things up a bit. Surely you've got a couple of different defenses in the playbook. Maybe go with some zone. I know it's not particularly windy, but the evening is beginning to draw in, so things are a little bit slipperier.
I mean, the French played pretty well against the GB Zone D. So maybe Czech Republic has a different one that could work.
I mean, this is where you have a variety
I'm mixing every team. So many teams so
It's
far.
all right. It's all right, Charlotte. It's
France
been
did
3
great,
long
and
days.
not Czech Republic.
We knew
God.
what you meant. We knew what you meant. Like, you've got a variety of weapons in your arsenal. You may as well use them, although it is just going to be match defense once more. Quite old school from the Grandmasters here. They back themselves to win those matchups. Inside shot through Holitsky, who I feel must be pretty warm wearing those undersleeves. Tossed up into space. Novak fakes the around. Kubek. He's got Vesely. Doesn't want him. Wants Kontashevets instead.
Oh, contact. He tried to pivot and got the player behind him, Pouget, running to catch up with his defense, but hitting on the way.
Just
check,
make sure that he's all right. Knows that, making sure that, look, I'm sorry, completely unintentional.
Okay.
Just one of those things. He's not even, doesn't even see him. So accepted foul. Vesely, Fensel speeds down the line. The break doesn't ask too much of Medek. Again, both sides really putting on an offensive clinic. Medek again to Fensel. Fensel really trying to threaten the full 360-degree release. Goes offhand to Vesely. Vesely with a pop back to Fensel. Checks the defenders all right as well. The goal's good enough for 11-9. Again, after those early breaks, the two sides exchanged. Offense very much is king in this contest.
Again, an upline score for Czech Republic, who like this motion in front of the end zone. Apparently, like, they're much better at getting to the end zone and have this final pass coming to the upline, arriving from behind, rather than being static and waiting for cuts coming from the stack. Even when static, it's usually the upline that is coming up. And here we have a beautiful example of this again, how they just scored that one with an upline coming. Let's have this other look. Beautiful motion. Nice giving and going from Czech number 9, František Fensel.
I mean, this game is so close, and the offenses have played so well that it's been difficult to get the disc off them, and when they have, they've played good enough defense most of the time to get it back. The French will begin within their own end zone. They give themselves a little bit of breathing room to Guinaudot. That's a pick. Guinaudot will have to go back after scurrying through. We might want to take the disc with him as well.
Oh, I thought they were about to contest the pick. I was wondering what the discussion was about, but just whether he should catch up, the Czech player should catch up, or the French player come back. They did both.
Chief statistician Andrea Gerosa just trying to make sure that we get a good view of the pitch so we can keep on top of all of the action. And there is a lot of action out here as Monsieur de Changor. Oh, that one must have been tipped on the mark.
Oh yeah, that is a block, and nice try to retrieve that one, but just not enough. Czech Republic with a break disc.
Stecker. As Orban goes back into Stecker's arms. with that backwards baseball cap. Is not sheltering the sun anymore. As it sets over towards our left-hand side, heading into the end zone for the score. Pumping the double arms is Czech, and that is a Czech break, 12-9. First time all game either side has been more than one break up, and they finally just have a little bit of wiggle room.
And this time it was not an upline cut or what, it was lasered to the center of the stack, reaching for that free player in the window. Look at this block. That is a clear block from Stecker.
Yep. That is a hand block. If you want someone to say, hey, smart speaker, show me a hand block. That's what it looks like. And then there again, not for the first time, the French O-line surrendered the red zone turnover, and the Czechs were more than happy to capitalize.
12-9, we have 20 minutes left.
This is going to go to 15, right?
I bet
yeah,
so,
yeah, it's felt like that for a long, long while.
Czech for the score for the Czech Republic. That is a good name to play with, Czech Republic.
Normative determinism at its finest. A lot of air underneath the pool that fades towards the far side. It is going to drop inbounds, or it would have done had it not been fielded. First pass to Stimona. Trying to get the disc out quickly. Keep the Czech defense on skates. Simonin with air underneath it. Forget has plenty of time. And the lefty finds the channel. Surely he wants to give go here. I don't think he's going to get it because there, I think, is a pick on the underneath cut from Wagentrutz. And if the Forget surname sounds familiar to you, it's probably because you're familiar with his little ones, Enzo and Zoe.
Enzo and Zoe, that is the names. Zoe also European champion from Padova's Junior European Championship, and we have an injury on the field. Got stepped on the foot.
Yeah, both Enzo and Zoe are youth champions in Europe.
We are media, we are not stadium. The volunteers.
I'm not sure what happened there with Simonin, but he did have to limp off the field, and he will be replaced. Hopefully that's nothing too severe, and he can just maybe stretch it off a little bit. Now outside the end zone. Wagentrutz on a high stall. Oh, he really jammed it into that jam hole. But he jammed it, and as I've said before, it's always open if you throw it hard enough. And having come in off the injury call, Kaba converts.
And here you go, score. This is the hold for France. Clean hold, 9 passes, just an injury on the way there. But I hope everything's okay. I'm sure we're going to see the player pretty soon on the field. Let's have a replay on that pass, on that scoring pass from Wagentrutz.
And Kaba's first goal of the game to go along with 2 earlier assists. The French Masters women, who we'll see in the final tomorrow, they're here on the sidelines trying to cheer on their compatriots.
A lot of French teams are present this weekend, extended weekend for the championship, so a big sideline for the French team.
I think they're one of only 2 nations with a team in every division alongside the Germans, and they love that pull. Anytime you can make your opponent start in their own end zone, you're doing pretty well. Vesely. As the atmosphere does 100% kick up a couple of notches. Fensel. It's going to have to be a little bit workmanlike now from the Czechs, with the French trying to shut down the big play and force them to work the unders, but the Czechs have been pretty adept at that so far. Vesely. Novak goes the wrong way round, but he does get it.
Oh,
Whipping the blade across to Kubek. Good vision. It's a little bounce back cut there from Vesely. Wants to get a little bit more advancement of field position. Medek. Across. That's Koteshevets. Very much in scoring opportunity here. Vesely with the break. It's low, but it's on target. And there looked to be a little bit of an anticlimax, maybe looking around for a pick call that never came.
oh
And
definitely.
Holitsky has a block, 4 assists, and now his first goal. 2 away from victory. Have a look at it again on the replay.
Suspiciously open, actually. I guess that is why everyone was looking for a pick, because usually this is the situation of a pick. And here, nothing.
Then you see there the break side. I think it's just good timing, and yeah, one cut too many. The defender caught on their heels and left eating the dust. So France, 3 behind with the Czechs needing 2 to win. This is a perilous position indeed. 6:30 local time here. Just under 15 minutes till the end of the game. That pool is not one of the better ones we've seen today, and the French, understandably, will have Kaba bring it in at the brick mark.
Good position to start. Comfortable in the middle. And France trying to score that one. They better do, because Czech Republic is only 2 points away to win that bronze medal. And it is a medal, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not the medal they would have wanted coming into this week, but it's certainly a damn sight better than going home empty-handed and empty-necked. Wagentrutz. Underneath. You can see the dust skip off the turf. Kaba. Looking around. Can he go down the line? Oh, it's a riser, and towing the line stupendously for the French goal is Camus.
Clear goal for France, holding that offense. And now gonna try to find a way to stop the Czech of scoring, because if they keep trading like this, Czech Republic will take the win and the medal. If France wanna have a chance, they gotta break us up.
Camus, the outsider no longer. He's inside the end zone for the score. Anytime I can make some vague reference to the 4 years of philosophy I studied for some reason, I'll see if I could squeeze it in there.
I think even if here we feel the dust coming from the field, if you're used to practice in Bologna, you know that you should bring these neck covers
like
for
a little
winter.
snood, yeah.
Yeah, that you put as a face mask to play even in summer, because this is something. And light is on!
A big cheer, I think somewhat ironically, for the lights coming on. This is going to help add to the spectacle of this showpiece match.
Huge vibe on the sideline.
Medek. High, Fensel rises with aplomb. Goes for the offhand to thread through to Vesely. Vesely with a bit of air underneath it. Koteshevets can't quite take it all the way to the dairy and has to put the cap on the milk for that one. Into the centre to Fensel. Fensel to the end zone and wide open. The Czechs now can almost taste that gold medal in between the teeth or bronze medal I should say, but it will feel as good as gold if they can close this out. Andrzej Novak, first game point here for the Czechs.
1 point away. 1 point away to get this medal. Czech Republic so close to get third of Europe in the Grandmaster Open division.
There you see Fensel has a wide open Novak. Couldn't not hit it.
If France want to have a chance to get a medal around their neck in Grandmaster Open division, they seriously need to step up and need to score 4 points in a row, which is not an easy task.
No, given they've only broken once all game, and the Czech O-line has turned it over a grand total of 3 times all game. Yeah, there have been easier tasks. Just 3 turnovers in this second half, by the way, which is crazy.
Yeah,
it's been such a good game. On only 1 point in the entire game has there been a side turn it over twice. That's it. When the Czechs broke to make it 4-2, they got a second possession because France couldn't get it at the second attempt, but otherwise no one's had more than 2 goes at anything. It's just crazy, the offensive efficiency on display here in this Grand Masters Open bronze medal match as the underneath pass goes to Gaetan Forget. And now Wagentrutz looks to try and get it off the line, showing the hammer, but he doesn't like it. You can hear a very loud stall coming from the Czechs, just communicating that, hey, something might go soon here. Sitting that towards the break side for Kaba. Kaba, high release, just shy of the end zone. Pouget is going to have to think about this for a little bit longer because there is a pick. Catch your breath.
What pressure in front of the line, just few centimeters. Stay wise, don't rush anything.
Now we're back in. Will Pouget go for the force? Oh my goodness! I did not see that coming. Evidently neither did the Czech defense, but Forget did. That's what matters, and he calls for calm, calls for composure. The job is not done yet.
I don't exactly know why he calls for calm, because I agree that this throw was exactly what I was saying not to do, not to rush and all, but worked out, okay, but the thing is that now it's done, and what they need now is defense. And the last thing you want to do when defending is calm down. Like, you gotta be fired up and hyped as F to get the defense and go get the break. And then if you manage to turn over, okay, now you calm down, take a deep breath, and focus on offense. But for defense, you gotta be fired up. And here, France, what is asked to you is to get 3 breaks in a row. While Czech Republic very surely has a good line plan to score that one as soon as possible and get that bronze medal that they are only 1 point away. We have a good look on the French women cheering for the guys on the sideline.
Yeah, there is considerably more support for the French, but their task is considerably harder than their Czech opponents because they need 3 breaks on the spin to win. Only 1 required. Is it this? The pool drops into the hands of Koteshevets, and he finds the so reliable Tomáš Veselý. Sideline getting loud. Veselý takes the swing with nothing really revealing and looking too tempting downfield. Now the centering pass, Novak. Kubek tries to seep through the back, but they've overshot him a couple of times in this game, so they are just going to put that away for now. Instead, Kubek motors through into the underneath. Fensel has Novak again, trying to put Wagentrutz through the ringer. What have these sides got left? Still count ticking up, going for the inside. Bang on the money to Fensel. Fensel across to Novak. They're really spreading the French defence out. Taking the open reset. Sensible from Vesely. Vesely to the end zone. Kateshevets catches bronze for Czechia.
Katesha is completely alone on this open side. Again, suspiciously alone. And this is, well, a good cut, good timing, well continuation. And a bronze medal for Czech Republic. What an amazing offense from Czech Republic.
I mean, it was a brilliant game from both sides. They say it takes two to tango, and the Czechs were brilliant for France after the heartbreak of their last defeat. They bounced back superbly, but it was not enough. The Czechs were just too good for them on the night. Have a look at it again. Here is that final score. One that will feel so good. Vesely was so often the sensible, secure one, but he saw the shining light. He saw Kateshevets, and that is a 15-12 final score on a brilliant bronze medal match, Charlotte.
And that was amazing. Both offenses were so clean and good. France had miscommunications, I think, and that made these turnovers that Czech Republic managed to convert efficiently. Look at this, only one break for France and only 3 for Czech Republic.
There were 12 turns all game. 12!
Only 12 altogether, 7 for France, 5 for Czech Republic.
And
what beautiful, 10 clean holds each.
I don't think it was a question
Christ,
of bad defense, because there was a lot of close coverage, but the offenses were just too good. If you're being critical, couldn't both sides maybe have tried a few different things, potentially, but they backed their match defense, and in the end, 1 for 3 for France. I mean, you'd want to generate more break chances for the Czechs. They only had the disc 5 times, but part of that is because they converted 3 of them. And in a game of fine margins, again, 12 total turns, the Czechs were just a cut above in the end. But a brilliant game. Commiserations to France, who more than played their part, but bronze will be going back to the Czech Republic in the Grandmasters Open division. Fear not, because we have one more game for you this evening. Our attention turns to the mixed Grandmasters. Well, we'll say the final. There are only 2 teams, but they are 2 teams of high quality because they have beaten teams in the Masters division. So don't worry, this is going to be a cracking game for you, let me assure you. It is Great Britain against Germany, and that takes place in just under 20 minutes' time. I looked at my watch, which I'm not wearing, it's on the table. But let me tell you, it is in 19 minutes' time here on ulti.TV. Don't you dare go away, except maybe to get yourself some refreshments, stretch the legs a little bit, get ready to go. Keep it locked, unloaded on ulti.TV for the Mixed Grandmasters gold medal game. On behalf of all of our brilliant ulti.TV crew and Charlotte Terrason alongside me, what a game. The final story here is Czech Republic 15, France 12. Czech Republic are the bronze medal winners in the Grandmasters Open division, and we will see you on the other side for the Mixed Grandmasters final.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, ultimate.
ulti.TV.